In the heart of a forgotten forest, where the moonlight barely trickled through the dense canopy, stood an old, decrepit cabin. Its weathered walls leaned as if burdened by the secrets they held within. No one dared venture near it, for the tales whispered among the villagers spoke of dark forces at play within its walls. One stormy night, a group of adventurous teenagers, fueled by bravado and curiosity, decided to defy the warnings and investigate the abandoned cabin. Armed with flashlights and nervous laughter, they crept through the underbrush until they reached the cabin's creaking doorstep. Pushing open the door, they were met with a gust of stale air, thick with the scent of decay. Inside, the cabin was draped in shadows, illuminated only by the flickering flame of a solitary candle sitting atop a table. And upon that table lay a deck of cards, old and worn, as if untouched for centuries. Ignoring the chill that seeped into their bones, the teenagers approached the table, their eyes fixed on the mysterious deck. Without a word, one of them reached out and picked up a card, feeling a shiver run down their spine as they did so. The card revealed a twisted image, a grotesque figure with eyes that seemed to follow their every move. Unease settled over the group as they realized the deck was no ordinary set of playing cards. But before they could retreat, a voice echoed through the cabin, chilling them to the core. "Welcome, foolish mortals, to the game of shadows," it hissed, seemingly emanating from the very walls themselves. With mounting horror, they realized they were trapped in a deadly game, orchestrated by forces beyond their comprehension. Each card they drew unleashed a new horror upon them, twisting their minds and souls with fear. Monstrous creatures emerged from the shadows, their eyes glowing with malevolent intent. The walls groaned and shifted, trapping them within a maze of darkness. And with each draw of the cards, the line between reality and nightmare blurred further until they could no longer distinguish between the two. Desperate to escape the cabin's grasp, they frantically drew card after card, each one bringing them closer to the brink of madness. But no matter how they tried, the deck seemed endless, its horrors never-ending. As dawn broke and the storm subsided, the villagers found the cabin once more abandoned, its secrets buried within the depths of the forest. And though the teenagers were never seen again, whispers lingered among the villagers, a cautionary tale of the dangers that lurked within the deck of shadows. Months passed, and the memory of the teenagers' disappearance began to fade from the minds of the villagers. But the cabin remained untouched, a forbidden relic of the past that whispered of unspeakable horrors to those who dared to listen. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and darkness descended upon the forest, a solitary figure emerged from the shadows. Sarah, a young woman with a troubled past, had heard the rumors of the cabin and felt drawn to its mysterious allure. With trepidation in her heart, Sarah approached the cabin, her footsteps echoing in the stillness of the night. Ignoring the warnings of the villagers, she pushed open the door and stepped inside, the stale air enveloping her like a suffocating embrace. The candle on the table flickered weakly, casting eerie shadows upon the walls. And there, amidst the dust and decay, lay the deck of shadows, beckoning her with its siren song. Driven by a mixture of curiosity and desperation, Sarah reached out and picked up a card, her hands trembling as she did so. The image on the card sent a chill down her spine, but she refused to be deterred. "I will face whatever horrors await me," she whispered to herself, her voice barely audible above the pounding of her heart. With each card she drew, the darkness within the cabin seemed to deepen, the shadows dancing hungrily around here. But Sarah pressed on, determined to uncover the truth behind the cabin's malevolent presence. As the night wore on, Sarah found herself ensnared in a twisted game of fate, each card revealing a new layer of horror. But amidst the terror, she sensed a glimmer of something deeper, a hidden power lurking within the deck. With every draw, Sarah felt herself growing stronger, her resolve hardening like steel. And as she reached the final card, a sense of clarity washed over her, banishing the lingering doubts and fears that had plagued her soul. In a single, decisive motion, Sarah flipped the card over, revealing a blinding light that pierced through the darkness like a beacon of hope. And with that final act of defiance, the shadows retreated, their grasp loosening until they were nothing more than a distant memory. As dawn broke and the first rays of sunlight filtered through the trees, Sarah emerged from the cabin, her spirit unbroken, and her heart full of newfound courage. And though the whispers of the villagers would forever haunt the forest, Sarah knew that she had faced the darkness and emerged victorious, her destiny forever entwined with the mysteries of the Deck of Shadows.